Cruise ships parked on the St. Lawrence River signal that Quebec City is open for business as an international tourist destination.
Well, we're looking at 4.5 million visitors every year.
But these ancient walls stand as a reminder that for centuries, Quebec City was nearly impregnable.
It is one of the few remaining walled cities in North America.
What do you think is so special about having these historic walls here?
Because they really are a reflection of Quebec City's past.
After all, this is the place where, in 1690, then Governor Frontenac famously responded to a British demand for surrender, saying, quote, "My only reply will be from the mouths of my cannons."
Fire!
And where did that conflict begin?
Many of the English expeditions against the French would leave from Boston.
We love a Boston connection.
And then when the Americans invaded Quebec in 1775, two prongs. One came from New York, but the other, led by Benedict Arnold, who people might have heard of, came up from Boston.
At that time, the city was under British control, but the result was the same.
Quebec City was the one part of Quebec that resisted the American invasion.
During the War of 1812, Americans would finally be welcomed into the city as prisoners.
They were kept in part, they leased the regular troops, on ships in the harbor.
Officers had it a bit better, being held right here at the Quebec City Common Jail.
So welcome to Jail Block A5. So here in these jail blocks, it's where the condemned prisoners would have been kept, so it's also known as the death row.
No longer a prison, the Morin Center is now a cultural center and library. Heewon Sun is tourist coordinator and, fun fact, a national speed skater.
I know I get a lot of visitors who come here and they're like, it looks like Harry Potter. And I think it's because when you walk in, you kind of feel like you're transported back into the 19th century. We have tried to maintain as much of the same features from the original building as well.
Back at the Fairmont Les Chateaux Frontenac, we find the new hot celebrity turning heads in the lobby isn't a guest, it's this mailbox.
Sorry to interrupt. I keep seeing people taking photos with the mailbox.
Yeah.
What is it all about?
It's about the K-dramas.
Goblin, a K-drama or Korean drama, made this mailbox a fan destination in 2016 when it was featured in key scenes shot inside the hotel. Meanwhile, just down the hall, a more traditional draw for the hotel's international visitors remains its signature restaurant, Champlain.
A great challenge while working here is that you have many different types of clienteles. We have foodies, we have local people from Quebec City, Americans. So you have to do something that they will find themselves into your menu.
Since 2023, Quebec City native Gabrielle Moller-Langevin has been head chef here.
What's fun is you walk somewhere, there's a picture of the chateau and you're like, oh, I work here. We're an icon of Quebec City and you want to push yourself and do the best for the chateau.
He has already made his mark here by combining locally sourced ingredients with skills sharpened in Michelin-starred restaurants around the world.
So this is fall, so this is the hunting season. So we went with the venison filet. Then we have some local vegetables that has been grown for us, for example, the shishito peppers. And also we have a berry condiment with some capers that we made during summertime.
Pair this stunning dish with a glass from Champlain's signature wine collection, and I believe the term is magnifique. While views from the city are stunning, tonight I'm opting for views of the city from the St. Lawrence River as part of Quatre Natures Sunset Kayak Expedition.
A lot of people don't know that it's possible to go on the river in the night. It's a perfect thing to do.
Perfect when traveling with a professional guide, like Lorenzo Vincenzo Pierluigi. He knows the river and how to navigate it safely. So after some brief instructions, we're off.
Tell me about the beauty of nature here.
We've got, for example, some penguins that are living.
Penguins?
Yes, we've got penguins. Alca torda, it's a little penguin.
I didn't spot any on this trip, but within minutes, I did catch sight of the city and got lost in the beauty of the moment.
Sometimes the sunset is even prettier when there are clouds. So pretty.
That was so pretty. And back to the Morin Center Library, City Library, as we learned, it was a former prison. It does lend books to its members.
It does. For older volumes, though, you need to make an appointment and view them in-house. The oldest book in the collection is a book called De Re Militari, which is a Roman Empire military book that turned 500 years old this year, actually.
All right, up next, getting up close with a waterfall.